TheCoreofU Friday. A lot of big stuff happening vibrationally in the world. You are part of this community of restoration and enlightenment, restoring you back to what you already came here knowing. You just have to remember it instinctually and spiritually, and enlightening first yourself and then those around you. Today we want to talk about a powerful tool that you can use to presence yourself and up-level your vibration. And it's called the power of awe, AWE. And what's so powerful about that is, for instance, you can go on an awe walk. And when you think of a child looks at everything in awestruck and with new eyes. And something that I do to try to bring renewed energy to myself, like back when we were commuting or in routines, I would challenge myself to notice 5 new things on my way to work during my commute that I never noticed before. But we were like, let's take this spiritual and push it even a little further.
No doubt. So what you can do is try to have all moments with in your relationship, or with your family, or things around you in your home and your intimate settings. So trying to notice new things or appreciate, which is a big thing. Sometimes we go through life and we just kind of get caught in the hamster wheel, as they say, and we're just moving and we're going, and we never, I won't say never, but we sometimes we don't stop to smell the roses and really appreciate the things that's going on around us. So you can have those all moments with your relationships. Somebody that's that you're with, that's your significant other, whether it be wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or your children, being able to stop and have those awe moments about them.
And I want to push you to even first have them about yourself too.
Ooh, okay.
What is something that you can stop tonight after this? After you watch this, I want you to say, what is something that I am in awe of about me?
Oh.
What is something that I'm doing new that used to be hard for me, or something that I am doing to better myself that I'm making time? I meditated with my little mama this week. It was only for 2 minutes because I have like a 20-minute meditation group with a whole bunch of other lawyers on Thursday. I was getting her ready for 16 of them, and then had to feed her breakfast for the other 2. But for 2 minutes, we sat on the couch and were mindful. And I was just in awe of that. My little 6-year-old meditating with me. So it's just little things. And I was proud for myself that even though it was only 2 of the 20 minutes, I kept that commitment of self-care. So be in awe of something about you. And you have to push yourself to do that on a regular basis so that you can feel good about your own journey. And if you are in a relationship, we definitely want you to do that with your significant other, and then voice it. Save it and then voice it to them. You know what? I really appreciate it. Like, for instance, I had asked Ken something small. I had asked him, can you get the kids' clothes out for tomorrow? I thought he had gone on and maybe didn't think about it. I woke up in the morning, they were there. I called him. I said, you know what? Thank you for doing that, because it saved me time and I appreciated it. It just, the fact that he heard me, registered, and did it. So those little things can pour into, we call them bucket fillers, like fill your own bucket and fill each other's bucket, and then start to enjoy the whole world around you in a new way, especially during this time where things are like partially open and partially closed. You have to change your view, because if you don't, the routine of being home a lot or around the same people will start to weigh on your spirit. So if you can do this now in this time, imagine what it's going to do when things open up.
That's so powerful because, 2 things. As you were talking, I was thinking about this. The first thing is, many people that I talk to, and you and I have discussed it, it's easy for them to be in awe of others, others' gifts, others' talents, others' beauty, others' whatever, drive. They can, like, man, they always are willing and really free and open to look out and see the good and the awesomeness in others. But it's difficult for them to be in awe of the things about themselves. And it's so hard. And when you talk to them, you're like, well, what do you like about you? And people are like, well, you say, well, what do you like about this person? And they'll tell you, they'll run out a list of 100 things and can't say one thing about themselves. And listen, we're not telling you and not encouraging you to become braggadocious. Right. Yeah, we're not encouraging or self-centered and to become, like thinking you better. But if you can't think of anything good to say about you, you really need to check into that. You really need to see why. Why is it not? Listen, if you're one of the and my wife is one of the most humble people I've ever been around. But still, I'm like, well, and sometimes she'll put a little outfits on or whatever. And then I'm like, you think you cute today, don't you? And then she might be like, well, yeah, I did kind of think I was cute a little bit. I thought I looked good. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be able to be in awe of you because it helps that confidence. And the other thing I wanted to say was, when it comes to, we do walks in the community. Well, she really does them with the kids a lot. And so every once in a while I get out there and we just go to do walks and the kids love it. There's a family over there. They have a turtle in their yard as a pet.
Like
a big tortoise, like a big, huge tortoise, right? Thing looks like he weighs about 60, 70 pounds and they're feeding him lettuce and all of this stuff. But we take a walk and the kids love it. And my son, Kenny, is 4 years old and he routinely points out the new things in the neighborhood. There's one family over there. We don't know the family yet. We haven't seen them, but they have these 2 plastic flamingos that are outside, kind of like in the grass, right? And with these 2 plastic flamingos, it's so crazy because right now it's getting ready to be Halloween. They're dressed up in Halloween costumes. When COVID was around, they had COVID little mask on their face. So they're changing. When it was 4th of July, they had 4th of July stuff on them. They had things around them. That's what we want you to be like. I'm not saying be like my 4-year-old son, but it's so easy for him to see and point out something new in the neighborhood. A new car, a new dog, new people, new whatever's going on. And that's how we have to be. What are you in awe of around you? In your surroundings, or about your significant other, or about your children, or about your good friends? What are you in awe of? Can you compliment? Can you say, but most important, like Wifey said, what are you in awe of about you?
And so, that's it. That's the message tonight. But you have to start doing it on a regular basis. I don't want you to just do it one time. This is something you need to build up and keep doing because that's what children are able to do, and it keeps them young and learning and fresh and always excited. So if you're finding that you're in a rut or in a routine, whether it's emotionally or spiritually, this is going to be one of those tools for you to start applying. Go on an all walk in your neighborhood. Go on an all walk at the park. When you playing with the kids, even in your front yard or just in your building, challenge them. Find me 3 new things that we never seen before. Tell yourself, look in the mirror. You know what? You handling these ups and downs pretty good, girl. You go, girl. I'm proud of you. Talk it up to yourself. Notice it about you. And then if you are in relation with somebody, or maybe it's your mom or your business partner, tell them something that you notice new or that you've never told them about how they're maneuvering. Fill their buckets up. And when you give what you want, guess what? You get it back, whether it's from that person or not. And so
you'll be really surprised of what it does for your self-esteem and just for your confidence and just for your overall outlook on life anyway, right? Your emotional health. Because right now, man, there are people are just emotionally depleted. COVID, racism, presidency, all of these things are going on all around. And so people are just emotionally depleted. And a lot of people talked about 2020 and how, it was going to give them this vision. It was a play on vision, 2020. I think what it's really allowing us to see is ourselves truly and authentically. Ooh, I think that's what 2020 really has done. It has caused us, because you've never in life have you had to spend more time with yourself than you have during this time, right? Even if you have children like what we have, even we have children and we have each other and we got the house and everything is going on and we're working and we're doing a lot, right? But there are still more moments now that you spend with yourself than you probably ever have. And COVID has caused that because we would go out. We would pamper ourselves with getting our nails done and shopping.
And distract yourself.
And distracting, yeah, going to eat and going to shop and doing whatever, all the things that go visit somebody. Well, when COVID hit, you couldn't do all of that stuff, was cut off. And so you had to spend time with the one person in life that you had to either love yourself or realize, wait a minute, I really don't know if I really like me. You had to spend time with you. And so it's important that we have those awe moments.
Okay.
So for those of you that are just getting on, awe moments, AWE.
You gotta go back and listen.
Awe moments. That's what we're talking about.
So tell me right now, what's something you in awe of about you?
Something that I'm in awe of me is during this time that we've had, my patience has been cool. You know, I've been able to be tolerant, been patient, and it's been cool. And people have tried and test, and people with road rage and stuff, and I'm just like, cool, just keeping it even keel and keeping it cool. So that's something that I can say.
Do you think that's different from, or that you hadn't noticed that about yourself before?
I guess I thought I knew it. I would have, if you would have asked me before all of this, I would have assumed that I would have done it, but you never know until you're in it, right? And so since now that we're in it, I'm like, okay, I do know me a little bit. And so I guess maybe I'm kind of in awe that I do know me, and that I'm comfortable with me and where I am. And I don't have a lot of work to do in that department. I have work to do in other departments, but not in that department. And so what about you? What is something that you're in awe?
Two things. I've never been this politically engaged. Like, I've researched more about these propositions, these judges, these people. I never even watched a presidential debate before. And I think I did it this time because I just wanted to know what people were seeing on the other side. I really wanted to be empathetic and to take down my own stress level and my own intolerance of supporters that are not in my camp.
Yeah.
And then I've also been in awe of how I've been able to adjust, because I typically don't handle change in a healthy initial way.
Gotcha.
Like even if I'm not showing it outwardly, my body will manifest the stress. And we've had to be so flexible throughout all of this. You know, all of a sudden your children are home with you. Now you working from home. Okay, now you gotta do all this schoolwork. They're switching it up. Oh, we going back to here. Oh, we not doing this. And I've actually handled it better than I thought. If you would have asked me, I thought I would have been just all over the place.
Well,
so,
I have been in awe of you of being the mom to the children, being at home, because you've carried the brunt of that, being at home with them more. And while I'm going to work every day, even though I get every other kind of day to be, every other Wednesday to be with you, but you have been amazing. And I say I didn't know how you would handle it. First of all, we didn't know what all this was going to be, right? So then once you realize, okay, this is real, we're getting ready to be in this a minute, I want to see how she's going to be. I am in awe of the way that you have handled this change, because you're right. You have handled this like the real MVP, like in an amazing way. It's been great. So I love that.
Thank you. And I really am admiring how you and your brother, your relationship has gone to another level in this. So that's been awesome to watch. So hey, that's there. Hey, y'all, you saw it there. You saw it real. And Ken is always my rock. So I stay in awe of how you've never once been able to take off, been completely on the front lines this whole time at your job and here in the home, and spiritually keeping stuff going on Zoom for everybody, and just even killed all the way. So,
and our CoreofU family, we're in awe of you that you guys stay with us and stick with us every Friday. Thank you guys so much.
Y'all are doing it.
That y'all been here with us. We're gonna keep this going. Push us. If you have questions, things you would like to maybe hear us talk about, something where we can get an open discussion and dialogue.
Yeah, we love that.
We love that. We really love that. Yeah, just come in. Let us know what we can talk about. You can text us, you can write us, you can DM us, you can do whatever you need to do at TheCoreofU. Follow us on Facebook and on IG at CoreofU. CORE of the letter U. Love you too, June. Love you too.
And we, for those of you guys that were with us last week, we honored Mama Carolyn Renee Kelker. We did a virtual raffle. Her name came up, so we just gave something to her just for supporting us.
Because she shares our videos.
Yeah, and so she shared our videos. So we're going to do that from time to time, not just to be quid pro quo, but just saying we see you. Thank you. Your time is valuable, and we appreciate you sharing it, supporting us, pouring into us, and, you know, sending us things to talk about. And we really need people to subscribe to our TheCoreofU, all together, one word, on YouTube, as well as like the page, like the Facebook page, TheCoreofU. So we appreciate your support, and we just push us to the next level. We're only here because our people in our community pushed us to walk in our purpose.
No doubt. So love you guys. We hope you have an awesome and an amazing weekend. And we'll see you soon.
Let's be in awe.
All right. Peace.